mother's house. There are flowers, fountains, and gold. In my mother's house, there is a fairy tale. In my mother's house, there is love in all its wonder taking form. In my mother's house are fields of plenty. In the fall, it's like they're all on fire. In my mother's house, there are soft beds to rest on when you're tired. In my mother's house, the winters are quiet. In the silence, hear the falling snow. In my mother's house, there's a time to arrive and a time to go. My mother's house are ancient trees, baby birds in the nest. In my mother's house, there's a time together and a time to rest. In my mother's house are hunters and hurricanes, and everything can die. In my mother's house, there is heartbreak waiting, and no one really knows why. In my mother's house, there is beauty breaking in the storm. In my mother's house, there is love in all its wonder taking form.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of the Hill Country in Kerrville, Texas, our online Sunday gathering. This is Reverend Beverly Pryor, and I am the minister here at Unity of the Hill Country. So let's just take a moment now and get centered in prayer. Let's close our eyes, take a deep breath in, and slowly release that breath. Just open our hearts and our minds. Gratitude and appreciation for this moment. It's centered. We allow the very truth of our being to recognize the love, the presence, and the power with us, always true to form, generous and loving as a mother's love. This truth and so much more, we simply say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. That's in my mother's house. And this is Mother's Day, and we want to celebrate all mothers today. Contributions to the world. Our opening statement at Unity of the Hill Country in Kerrville, Texas is there's only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe. God, the good, the omnipotent. We have a few quick announcements for you today. Just a reminder that our first Sunday morning gathering inside the building in the climate controlled wonderful air will be Sunday, June 6th. And we'll have our service at 11. Currently, there's no plans for book study or meditation, but we'll keep you updated should the organizers of those activities decide that they want to also start on June 6th. But we will be gathering with proper guidelines of social distancing and, of course, masks. And as long as we're inside, we're going to try to set up some outdoor area for socializing so people can take off masks and feel comfortable about visiting with one another. And our guest speaker next week, I'm so excited for you to meet Faith Rivera. She's based in Honolulu, no, in Hawaii. I'm not sure which island, but she's in Hawaii. She is one of our premier posse music artists. So this morning, let's take some time and focus on our prayer request. We've been praying 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for over 135 years at Silent Unity. Unity was founded on prayer, and prayer is always available to you anytime. You can go online, you can call, you can submit your prayer requests, you can text us here. You can also submit your prayer requests to us locally. We have a prayer team here at Unity of the Hill Country, and then all prayer requests get sent on after they've prayed over here. They also get sent on to Silent Unity, where they are held in a 24-hour-a-day prayer vigil for 30 days. So let's just take a moment. I apologize for the background noise. I am outside. I'm on vacation, so there are occasional noises like the siren that you're hearing now, but let's just allow that to be and send blessings for whomever it is that's in distress in this moment. So let's take a moment and just take a deep breath in. If you haven't had an opportunity to submit your prayer request, just send it in this moment through your thoughts and from your heart, and know it's included in this now moment. Whether you're listening in online later to a recording or you're joining us now in this moment, know that your prayers are being answered as we claim them in this moment. There's no degree of prayer. There's none too great, none too small for that absolute good in the universe we know is God. Whether your request is for health and well-being, wholeness, relationship, wealth, and finances, there's no degree of prayer. There's none more sacred. There's none more important than the other. And in this moment, we claim through the consciousness of the Christ living, indwelling in each and every one of us. As our master teacher, Jesus the Christ, taught us, we pray as if it is done, knowing that it is done. For this truth, we simply say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. The mission and vision statement of Unity of the Hill Country in Kerrville, Texas is to live consciously, celebrating the divine potential in all. And we say potential because it's our awareness that allows us to become conscious of the divinity in every moment, in every individual, in ourselves. And that potential is awakened by our awareness. Our daily word reader today is going to be Mandy Scott. Mandy, are you there with us?
Good morning, everyone. Today, the daily word is motherly love. I give thanks for motherly love. God's love expressing through my mother gave me life. God's love, wisdom, and strength guided her and all those who nurtured me as I grew. My words of praise and gratitude let me show my mother how much I appreciate her. When I wish to demonstrate my appreciation for my mother's example, I share the nurturing motherly love of God in my words and actions with all people. Remembering the times when my mother or another compassionate person listened patiently and shared encouraging words, I seek to be caring, supportive presence. Recalling my mother's joy each time I learned something new, I share my skills and knowledge willingly when someone seeks my help. In gratitude, I share the gift of nurturing love. And from Isaiah 66:13, as a mother comforts her child, so I will comfort you.
Thank you, Mandy. It is Mother's Day, and we're focusing on motherly love. So in preparation for our meditation time, we're going to hear some music. We don't have a live musical guest today. We are going to listen to a song called Mother Love by Terry Wilder. And I'll just encourage you, in the beginning of the song, there's a little bit of a drum beat, and it's not our usual meditation song music selection. But once you get past that first couple of beats of the drum, it's a very sweet song to take a moment and contemplate the love of our mothers.
I can feel your arms around me, cradled in the safest place. Here in this precious moment, here in the holy grace of mother love. Oh, mother love, bring me to birth, my mother love. Rock-a-bye this child in mother love. I can feel your sunlight warming, your breezes kiss my face. Here I know tender mercy, here in this holy place of mother love. Oh, mother love, out from spirit, I am in eternal grace. Here I know sweetest surrender. Here in this holy embrace of mother love. Oh, mother love, my spirit's word. Oh, mother love. Rockabye, rockabye this child, mother love. Oh, rockabye, rockabye this child, and mother love, and mother love, mother love.
So let's just take a moment, just be with that idea of mother love. Mother love can come to us in many forms and in many genders. It's not just our mother. It's the energy of mother. It's Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Mother expressing that divine feminine. So if we'll just close our eyes together and take a deep breath in and slowly release, and you may be able to hear the birds chirping in the trees behind me, the wind blowing. Just allow Mother Nature to embody this time of meditation. Together, let's take a deep breath in and slowly release. Allowing our breath to bring us into the moment, into the now, into the presence of this Mother's Day. It's a day when we celebrate that mother love, regardless of where we receive it. We all embody mother love in one way or another. That mother love is also known as the Christ, indwelling Christ, expressing as each and every one of us. So in this moment of stillness, allow yourself from your very heart center to let that mother love flow from you into the world, moving from your heart out into the world with each breath, breathing and relaxing and allowing it to flow. With each exhale, breathing mother love out, and with each inhale, breathing it right back in, receiving it from the world, from Mother Nature, from one another. Just in this moment of sending and receiving, the richness and the purity of mother love. As we move into a moment of silence. Allowing the flow of mother love in this now moment. We connect in with the truth of our being, that Christ nature, that pure love taught to us by Jesus, the Christ, our way shower. This truth of mother love, of the presence of the Christ expressing as each one of us, we simply say, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Alleluia, 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 alleluia,
So today our topic is mother's love. And I want to make sure that you understand we're broadening this definition. It doesn't have to be your mother or my mother or any of us as mothers. Mother's love is an energy. It's a truth. It lives and moves and has its being in our world through Mother Nature. I don't know if you can see, maybe I should stop sharing for just a moment and let you see full screen where I am. Let me see, is it going to go to me? Hello, it's not so far. But anyway, I'm sitting in Mother Nature. I'm sitting here on the balcony of a side porch in my niece's home in Arkansas. Dogs everywhere, as you might have noticed earlier, and people arriving because we're having a celebration. My sister, who was very much a mother influence for me growing up, passed away. She died 20 years ago this month. And so on Mother's Day, in her daughter's home, we're having a celebration. My family members are coming together, and we're going to remember my sister and the love that she brought into all of our lives. Her daughter and her son will come up with his family. And so I am improvising. As you saw earlier, there were dogs all over the porch. I did get them to go into the house. But there are 4 or 5 dogs here. There are going to be 20 or 30 people. I don't know exactly. It changes every moment. But we're experiencing mother's love as a family gathering today. And I hope that you are as well, wherever you are, experiencing mother's love on this Mother's Day. I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of you who are mothers, and those of you who have, like myself, who have not actually given birth to a child. Give yourself credit for being a mother influence to someone in your life. I know for my niece, her mom, my sister died 20 years ago. She was a young mother herself, a young professional. And she and I are very close in the first place, but we've just been even closer as a result of stepping in and filling, in certain ways with that mother love that can always be present. And it exists within all of us. So, and as I said, my sister was 13 years older. So she gave me very much mother's love. And it's something that we can all give to family members, to friends, to people in our support groups. Mother's love has no limit. It's not just about your children, although that's a special relationship. But I want to tell you a little bit about the background of Mother's Day. So in the UK for centuries, Mother's Day was called Mothering Sunday. And on Mothering Sunday, the servants were given a day off to go and visit their mothers. So this was the origins beyond the United States. And so the servants would, as they were walking to go see their mothers, they would gather flowers along the way and bring those flowers, wildflowers or whatever flowers they came upon, to their mothers. So the tradition of giving flowers on Mother's Day is not just a commercial propaganda put together by the florist industry. It actually has some history that goes back to the European days. But in the United States, there was a woman named Anna Jarvis, and Mother's Day in America began in 1908 because she was missing her mother who had passed away. She wanted to have a celebration of mothers in her church in Grafton, West Virginia. So when she wanted to have this celebration, other people said, oh, I want to celebrate my mother as well. And so the celebration began to expand primarily within church communities. And then finally in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson recognized it as an actual national event. But flowers are very much connected with this day. So if you've received flowers, if you've given flowers, if you've sent someone a flower emoji, then you are very much taking part in a very long-standing tradition of celebrating. But, flowers, especially this time of year, have an even greater meaning because they represent in spring new life. And that is, of course, what mothers bring into the world is new life. And that new life began at the beginning of time. In Genesis 3:20, the Bible tells us the man named his wife Eve because she was the mother of all living. The mother of all living. It doesn't say all living human beings or even living beings. She was the mother of all living, of all life. That feminine energy in the world, that compassion and love and tenderness given by that mother figure, the mother figure doesn't have to be a female. That mother, that feminine energy can be very much expressed by men. The yin and the yang is about balance of the masculine and feminine energy in each and every one of us, in nature, with the sun and the moon, in life in general. That balance of yin and yang is important on the individual level and to be expressed even within families. Each flower actually has taken upon its own meaning. So for sunflowers, which I happen to truly love, they're not terribly fragrant, but they're just stunningly beautiful. They represent pure thoughts and adoration and dedication, which are all ideas that we associate with mothers. In Proverbs, little doggy distraction there. In Proverbs 31:25, it says, strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. So a mother with strength and dignity as her clothing can laugh at challenges, can allow challenges to be in her life without being flappable. You know, some moms, you think, wow, they just take it in stride. I know my niece, she is the mother of 4 sons. And when she was always a very impatient person, and she still is in many ways. But as she began to have sons, her patience grew exponentially with each of her 4 sons. And I remember one time we were walking in a neighborhood by my mom's house, and she's pushing a stroller, and she has one talking in her ear over here while we're trying to have a conversation, and another one trying to get her attention. And she was just, you know, talking to me, responding to them, pushing the stroller, paying attention to that baby. And I just looked at her in awe, and I said, when did you develop patience? Where did all this come from? And she said, I don't know. It just came with the babies. So it's an amazing thing, strength and dignity. It allows you to laugh at the times to come. It means that you're prepared. When you have strength and dignity, you can just go with the flow, allow things to happen. You don't have to fall apart over everything that happens and changes in your life. Another flower that's very popular for Mother's Day is a rose. And of course, the rose, we all know, is the red rose itself is the quintessential representation of romantic love. But various roses have various communications. Like if you were wanting to communicate that I have great affection for you, but not necessarily that romantic love, you might give yellow roses or pink roses. That flowers do so much. They bring us life, they bring us communication, they bring us beauty and intention. And going back to the Bible, the next verse in Proverbs, verse 26 says, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teachings of kindness is on her tongue. And this is something we all look to mothers to bring, to teach their children, to bring into any given moment. Those moments of wisdom and kindness. Again, not necessarily your mother or my mother or a mother in particular, but that divine feminine energy in the universe, that grace and compassion that we know as motherly love in our lives. Again, the flowers, Mother's Day, it all brings us great joy, and it's intended to deepen and enrich our lives with the depth of thought. And, you know, daisies represent innocence. And I love this colorful daisy. It's just beautiful. And that purity of thought and the expectation that we bring to this day of celebrating mother love and looking at it from a new perspective. It's not just, yes, honor your mother, absolutely, but also honor people in your lives who bring you mother love, whether they're a female or they're someone else who you know that brings you with their own intention and consciousness, that mother love experience. So this week, your weekly practice is to honor mother, honor the idea of mother, the concept of mother, honor mother within yourself. Take time to meditate and go within and connect with that mother existing within you. Feel the truth of how, and allow yourself to see how mother energy can express through you. And then express it. Allow yourself to be tender. rather than stern. Allow yourself to be generous and giving and kind, but with boundaries. You know, that's probably the toughest job any mother has, is to be loving and supportive and also have healthy boundaries. And I know that's a challenge because we all face those moments. So I appreciate you being with us here this morning. We've had a shorter service than normal, and that was by design because I'm in the middle of a hectic situation, but it's Sunday and we're online and we need to show up. And I wanted to be here with you to say Happy Mother's Day. I want to also express on behalf of the Board of Trustees and myself and the entire community how much gratitude and appreciation we have for your continued support of Unity of the Hill Country, your financial giving, your prayers, your consciousness, and we just can't express enough how much we appreciate you. So we'll say our offertory prayer for all that we give and all that we receive. If you want to say it with me now, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I send it forth with my blessings and my love. We'll close with the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And we know this to be true. We are so grateful for this truth. And we'll see you next week with our special guest, Faith Rivera. Bring your friends, and let's just take a moment and say hello to everyone. Let's take a little galley view. Good morning. Good morning. I see Judy and Jerry and Kara. Hi, Danny, Anita. Of course, Mandy was here with us. I appreciate you reading the daily word, Mandy. Thanks for showing up, folks. You can see I'm out here in the treetops with the birds and the breeze on the porch. Yeah, it's really nice. My niece spent a lot of time in the last few days buying new pillows. See your new pillows. So people have arrived. They keep poking, and there's dogs on the other side of the sliding glass doing things. And so anyway, I wanted to be together, but I need to say namaste. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Yes.
Mother's Day to all of you.
To all of you out there too.